all the social security recipients prepare for the largest raise since 1982, and this one actually comes with the bad news for retirees. And yes, we are exactly talking about those social security cost of living adjustment increases, COLA increases, and basically they are saying that if you are somebody who collects the social security, any form of this fixed income benefits from social security administration, whether it's SSI, SSDI, or any of these benefits, over the half of the people are going to be impacted by this important change. And there are two things they are basically saying. First one will be going to be major taxation that's going on, that will be hitting in the year 2023, the federal income tax on social security benefits in the next year 2023. Stick around with me, all the details. Today in this video, I'm going to let you know all the exact details, what you should watch for your incomes if you are going to hit with the additional tax that you did not expect it to begin with. And honestly, this is a shocking one because people didn't realize this is gonna going to be happen. And also, speaking of the solvency for the social security, well, actually the social security trust fund could reach the insolvency much sooner than anticipated. Wait till the end and see what's actually coming out from this one. And this is just increasing the fact that there is need to be a reform and modification need to made in the social security. Now speaking of the good news, take a look at this one. The social security reform is set for a debate in the new Congress, and this is just came out. And right over here they are going to address a lot of issues. They need to change the things because you know what, there are a lot of stuff that's unfolding that should not be with the social security, but during the meantime you need to prepare yourself. I'm going to share you important details, everything you need to know. Also, speaking of the latest bill that has passed, well, the omnibus spending bill for the year 2023, the omnibus appropriation bills has been passed for the 2023, and this bill is for the upcoming year savings, the Medicare gains in the budget bill. Congress has passed it now, and stick with me, I have got all the important details, more resources about what passed for the social security as more money went through this one. And a lot of people are saying that, well, now what about the increases? Will social security recipients get an extra $200 per month in 2023? And yes, we are talking about that Social Security Expansion Act, $200 a month increase in the year 2023 for Social Security recipient. And this is one of those bills that was proposed by Bernie Sanders in the Social Security Expansion Act, where he has proposed an additional $2,400 a year or $200 per month, and it is extending out. I will let you know a latest update on this one, so stick with me till the end. Also, how much social security, SSI, SSDI, people on supplemental security income will receive in benefit increases. And in the Social Security Expansion Act, where he has proposed an additional $2,400 or $200 per month, it's extending out the social security solvency by changing the taxation and also changing out how they will calculate the cost of living adjustment increase, formerly known as COLA. So instead of using the CPIW figure, they will now use CPIE. And like I said, stick with me till then. I will give you all the important details on this one. There are tons of updates, what's exactly coming out, what you should look for, and how you can prepare for it. There are some things that you need to watch out, and a lot of people will be going to hit with the 8.7% cost of living adjustment increase social security. So without further ado, let's deep dive into all the important details. However, quickly before we start this video, make sure to check out our channel How To Guys, and be sure to subscribe with all the bell notifications so you'll never miss new updates from our channel, whether it's a fourth stimulus check update, social security updates, statewide stimulus, and IRS is really sending out those $1,232. So do check out all the details right here in this video. And without further ado, let's get right into all the important details. Okay, so let's start with this one. Now this time, Social Security's largest raise since 1982 is coming with a bad news for retirees. And this article says that the social security benefits will get a big cost of living adjustment next year, but that's going to be a good news, may also have a negative consequences for the retired workers. It basically says inflation has rocketed to 4-decade high this year, so social security benefits will get an unusual large 8.7% COLA increase, and that ranks the largest raise for the retired workers since 1982 and the fourth largest raise in the history. While that certainly qualifies as a good news, the historic COLA may be coming with a two unpleasant surprises. And here are the details some retired workers need to know about it. So, first, most retired workers will owe federal income tax on their social security benefits. Initially, social security benefits were exempt from a federal income tax, but Congress changed a law in 1983 authorizing the taxation of benefits for individuals whose income exceeded certain thresholds. A second higher threshold was added in the year 1993, and oddly those threshold was never has been adjusted for the inflation. And that's a problematic issue because benefits have been adjusted for the inflation, but odd enough this threshold has been never adjusted. In other words, COLA applied for these benefits since 1983 has pushed more beneficiaries over their income threshold. In fact, less than 10% of the beneficiaries owed taxes on social security income when law went into the effect, but that figure is around 50% today. And a big cost of living adjustment in 2023 will add momentum to this problem, as moving forward more people will be going to be owing more and more of those taxes for their social security benefits. Now, in most of the cases, beneficiaries who derive all their income from social security will not pay taxes on their benefits, but those with additional sources of income such as job, 401k distributions, or traditional IRA distributions may find themselves on wrong side of the income threshold in the year 2023. Now, let's take a look at the thresholds. Well, the tax liability depends on first the filing status and second the combined income, which is defined as the sum of modified adjusted gross income plus one half of the social security benefits. And speaking of the details, for single taxpayers, if combined income falls between $25,000 and $34,000, then up to 50% of the social security benefits are taxable. And if combined income exceeds $34,000, then up to 85% of the social security benefits are taxable. And speaking of the married taxpayers filing jointly, if combined income falls between $32,000 and $44,000, then up to 50% of their social security benefits are taxable, and if their income combined exceeds $44,000, then up to 85% of the social security benefits are taxable. Now, beneficiaries who owe taxes on social security benefits have two options. They can either make quarterly estimated payments to the IRS, or they can request that federal tax be withheld from benefits by completing a Form W-4V. Also, some noteworthy retired workers should bear in mind that 12 state tax social security benefits too. So that's one more thing on top of that. Okay, so now coming over to the next important point. So let's talk about the solvency, as this could be depleting faster than we thought, and actually there are more reasons why they are going to be working faster on this one in the 2023, because we are running out of time for social security. It looks like those trust funds may be depleting earlier than anticipated. The aging baby boomer population has created a financial problem for the social security program. The costs are rising more quickly than the revenue. In fact, the social security program ran a 56 billion deficit in 2021, and that trend expected to continue indefinitely. So therefore, the social security trust fund is on track to be depleted by 2035, and therefore the program is facing $20 trillion shortfall through the 2096, according to the board of trustees. And that does not mean retired workers will completely lose their benefits. However, it could lead to their cuts in their payout if Congress fails to resolve this problem. Specifically, if the trust fund is depleted by the year 2035, then income taxes would cover only 80% of the scheduled benefits, and unfortunately, the board of trustees did not anticipate an 8.7% cost of living adjustment in the 2023. Therefore, the projections discussed in the previous paragraph are based on the assumption that the benefits would rise by no more than 5.14% next year. So in other words, unusually the large social security COLA could accelerate the depletion of the social security trust fund even faster. On other side, politicians in Washington are aware of this problem and many of the government officials have proposed potential solutions. Now guys, let's take a look at what's coming out from the social security reforms for debate in the new Congress. And Congress and more lawmakers are sounding the alarm about the program's financial stability, and actually social security is something many Americans have no option, basically love it or hate it. They basically rely on those social security benefits whether to make their end meets, live on those benefits. So regardless of your options, the reality is that these debates are intensifying around the program's future, and that's because the trustees of the social security have announced that they will be incapable of paying out all the benefits that are required in the year 2035. And now basically we are hearing that it could be much sooner than we are thinking. And there are various ideas for the change they have suggested, but things like raising the retirement age to 70 by 2040, while some Democrats would like to raise taxes on higher income Americans to make the program more financially solvent. And also there are a lot of people wondering, will social security recipients ever get those $200 per month increase like we have heard in the year 2023? And I will let you know about the enhancement that involved, how much you should get. And actually this particular article I think has a breakdown of each of every single program, social security, SSI, SSDI, and the average income boost that you should get due to the COLA increases. However, people are basically saying that still it's not good enough. These races are not enough to keep up with the inflation. Okay, so now let's come to the one of the important bill. Well, the Social Security Expansion Act, which was originally introduced in the June by Bernie Sanders, which would add $200 per month increase, extend the solvency by modifying the way how the Social Security is taxed for the workers, and also would recalculate the cost of living adjustment based on the figures CPIE instead of the CPIW figures. Basically, CPIW is for clerical workers, and now they are saying that this would make a whole lot of sense to modify Social Security quite a bit, because we are hearing that there is one issue that Republicans and Democrats would unify on and pass it, would be the agreement that there needs to be a reform very soon on Social Security. Now guys, I will keep you up to date on all the important details about this bill. Just as we get more information on this, I will keep you up to date. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, how to guys, with all the bell notification, and do check out other videos from our channel, the fourth stimulus check, what Biden is saying on it, and the IRS $1,232. And this is Kedar from how to guys signing out.